What's up guys, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's video is going to be the explosive bleed build. This build is an LMG build that does massive amounts of skill damage. It's pretty much a hybrid. So as you guys can see, I just wanted to explain things while I'm showing you guys gameplay. This is a heroic mission in a team. This build works very well in a team. I'll show you a heroic solo. It's a bit tricky, but as you guys can see, the hive absolutely decimates enemies. You're doing explosive damage as well. You're getting the bleed procced, doing 30% more damage from your gun. Notice how I can just run around. I've only got 320k armor. I can run around in between heroic NPCs, killing them in half a mag while healing myself extremely well. The problem is, as you guys can see now, as I got disrupted. So if I could proc my chem heal, I would be able to get up to full armor in less than 2 seconds. That's the great thing about this build. It's a high damage hybrid where you can actually heal yourself, but you can still tank a lot of damage. I couldn't believe how much damage I could tank. So I'm going to be showcasing you guys just quickly, how much damage it does, how it can work. It's really very potent. Now as you can see here, look how much damage I tank. I'm taking explosive rounds and shots, and I can heal myself very well. Look how my chem heal is. It's crazy. You can heal yourself a lot. Now when you play in solo like here, it's very difficult because you get bombarded by explosions and stuff, but as you guys can see, the guy in the background is ticking over for 22k. Bop, and he's dead. It absolutely decimates people. So here's a quick demonstration on heroic. Hope you guys enjoy it, and then we'll get back into the build video when this is over. What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's build video is going to be the explosive bleed build. This is a PvE build, a hybrid, damage, high skill power, high survivability. It's a great all-round build for playing in a group. You can play with this in solo heroics, but it's going to be a bit difficult, constantly being spammed with explosives. You guys know what it's like. Doing heroics on solo, it's not the easiest thing in the world, so I would focus on using this in a group. So guys, before we get into this build, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Clint Flairwu. He is really pushing this community in the right direction, and we all appreciate you, bro. Very much love for you. So I'm going to leave a link in the description. Please guys, go and support his latest videos. Have a look at his channel. He's a great content creator. Awesome builds. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. We want to push him to try and get him to 5k as soon as possible. Just go over there and show him some love, guys. Okay, let's get into this build video. So what are we going to do first? We're going to go to the specialization. Then I'm going to do my long explaining on these builds, if you guys know what I mean. Apparently I pronounce build funny. Sorry guys, that's just how I say it from where I come from, my bad. Alright, so we're gonna be using the technician specialization. There's reasons for that. So make sure LMG damage is active. Now you can use whatever gun you want. That's the cool thing about this build, it's interchangeable. Use assault rifles, use rifles, it's up to you guys. But this is what's going to make it so strong. Equipping skill grants 15% bonus armor. When a skill dies, recover 20% armor. This is one of the reasons why we're going to be so tanky in heroic missions. You won't believe how much you can survive, because Technomancy is going to be active a lot with this build, and it's really underrated. It's extremely potent and amazing. Then we're going to make sure overclocked CPU is active. We want that 10% skill damage. We're not going to be using this hive for now, but the 50% skill power is why we use this in any kind of hybrid damage skill power build. You're going to need to have this active. This is perfect. 50% skill power is great. Then this is amazing. The drones are a big problem for anyone who doesn't do massive amounts of damage to take them out quick. This really helps to all kinds of skills, proxies and robotics. So you're going to do a lot of damage to them. Plus you're going to be getting an EMP grenade. So the dogs, the drones, they're not going to be a problem to you guys anymore with this build. So that's pretty good. Make sure that's active. Okay, so let's get into the juicy part, the actual build itself. So guys, we have got a 788. This is a very potent build. It's basically a hybrid. So we have got very high damage, very high survivability, and a lot of skill damage. So it's very good, and healing, might I say. So we're going to go over the gun, but first of all, it's 321k armor, 106k health. It's very important. We can tank a lot of damage with this. Like I said before, the specialization allows us to get a lot of armor back from destroying skills. So it's very, very good. And our chem launcher is going to do so much healing for us. It's very, very strong with this build. So that's why having a nice chunk of health is very good. It's kind of like a backup. So just make sure that you have a decent amount of health for this build, especially if you get poisoned in some of the outcast missions, you're going to have a bad day. So it's nice to have at least, I would say, 70k health, definitely. So let's go over each piece now. We're going to be using the custom L86. Why do we use this gun? This gun is in no means best in slot. It's a very potent gun. I like to use it. It's very snappy. It's quick to move around and shoot enemies. It's got a nice amount of accuracy, good base damage, good RPM, decent mag size because I've currently got extra on it. You can run whatever LMG you want. I just wanted to use LMG for that extra sustained damage in the PvE, which is always a good thing. Sadist will give us 30% extra damage because we're going to be putting the enemies on bleed at all times. So it's a must. So make sure you guys have Sadist extra. You can put Allegro. I just like having extra mag size. On the Ruthless is the secondary. On the secondary gun, we're going to be having Brutality, which is why we have got Destructive on our chest piece. We're going to be doing massive amounts of explosive damage through shooting our gun. So it's very nice to stack that. Make sure you guys do that. Now, the math around having extra explosive damage, it does increase your damage. I've tested it, but for some reason sometimes it doesn't work. But remember, you guys can use C combines with this build. It's up to you. So it just depends. I like to use this and stack extra explosive damage because I see the numbers, and I'm telling you guys, with the chest piece I'm getting almost 200k when it procs. That's insane, and it procs pretty often, especially when you're using an LMG which has massive mag sizes. So it just depends how well it works. For some reason, like I said, it's been buggy with me stacking explosive damage with this. Sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know what it is. But anyways, on the pistol now, we've got two options here. One is recharged. You can use this. This is what I'm using. It gives us 25% extra charges for the hive, which really helps. Charges is one of the most important things for this build because the damage hive really does, the stinger hive, sorry, it actually runs out of charges very quickly. That's why I'm running this. Now, there is another option which you can put on your pistol, which is rooted. Rooted is very good. It actually gives you more damage. Let me just quickly find it over here. I'm sure I've got one here. It's not on a pistol, but put it on a pistol. Remember, guys, equipped means it works. If you got this in any of your 3 slots, it'll work for any gun in your 3 slots. So while equipped and in cover, all skill damage healing is increased by 25%. This would be a good option as well. But like I say, with all my build videos, guys, I give you templates. Everything I do or say is my opinion. It's not the word of the game. I just use it from my personal experience in the game. So it's up to you guys to take it or leave it. Adjust the build to how you play. Always adjust my builds. Use it as a template and adjust it with your own play style. That's what I always say in my build videos. Like, having more armor, maybe you guys can go for more damage. It's completely up to you. If you're a better aimer than me, go for more damage. If you don't need the healing, if you've got a healer in your team, there's so many ways this build can go, but then it wouldn't be my build if I changed it like that. So it's up to you guys to adapt to your own playstyles. So let's go over the pieces now. We've got a nice balanced build right here. The reason why I've gone for this Alp Summit mask and not something like Punch Drunk to give me more headshot damage, or using Night Watcher. Perfect Spotter would work well with this build because you can actually put the linked laser pointer on your gun. It works on this gun because it's got a longer rail. So you could potentially get away more damage, but with my build, I wanted 40% skill haste from one mask, which is a must. This is where I get all my skill haste from, plus 46% DTE. Let me know in the comments what's your highest amount of DTE you've ever found, not purchased. Mine is 50, so I need to maybe roll my 50 on this, but we'll get that later. It's not, the increase would help, but it's not crazy, so it just depends. I might keep it for a later build. Alright, so we're going to be using 2-piece hardwired, 2-piece ongoing directive, and the BTSU gloves. Let's go over the hardwired first piece. So we're going to be getting 20% skill power, which is vital because we want to get to that cap while still maintaining high survivability through the blues and high damage through the reds. 456 skill power, 7.5% weapon damage, and 26.5 total armor. They are better in slots. You guys can get extra bleed damage, explosive damage, whatever, but this works for me, and this is just happens to be my RNG in the pieces that I have attained. So this is a good in slot for me. Destructive on the chest, you can roll that away if you don't want to use a destructive build, but then it would be a different build. So it's up to you guys. So when you're modding these items, I would go for health, total armor and armor, the best ones you got. Make sure to put LMG damage. If you want to use an assault rifle, clearly use assault rifle damage. I'm getting 6% assault rifle damage every single red mod I have on this build. That's why I can hit such good numbers. So you just put as many good mods as you can. Moving on to the holster. Now this holster is insane. I am getting, guys, 12% LMG damage just from the holster, because I've got pretty decent mods. I've got 39k health, 162 skill power. I didn't need more skill power because all my mods are active, so hopefully you guys can get a higher skill power roll, upwards of 760 plus skill power, which would be insane, but it would just overdo it for me, so it's completely up to you guys. Alright, so the reason why we're using ongoing directive is because of the 25% bleed damage. You will tick heroic NPCs for 22k damage, guys, through the bleeding. It's insane. 22k through the bleeding plus the 100,000 damage you can hit in the head with this gun. So you will be ripping through NPCs, and when brutality procs, they'll just blow up. You can kill NPCs so fast with this build. It's so satisfying to use. Now the reason why I dropped this build, I've been testing this build for over almost 2 weeks now, and the reason why I've just dropped it for you guys is because I added the 2-piece ongoing directive, and it completely changed the game. It made the build so much stronger because it gives me that extra bleed. I didn't realize it, but all the enemies in the entire room will be ticking over for 22k. It's really, really good. So the backpack now is going to be the hard-wired. The hard hitting is the talent. Make sure to have this on any kind of PvE build. It's very strong. Go for bleed damage on the skill. You can get bleed duration, which is great. Any kind of better mods. I don't have the best mods for this. Go for hive and chem launcher skill power. Then LMG, once again, 6% right there through the 1 weapon and the 5 LMG. Very, very nice. It's a pretty good backpack. 20.5k, 21k armor, 20.5% total armor with almost 300 skill power. It's a beautiful backpack. That's why I use it. Very, very nice. Then the BTSU, remember guys, we're going to be going for energy infusion. That'll give us 80% better healing and skill damage, which is a must for any kind of skill build. So that's why we've gone for these bad boys right here. There are other options that could give us more damage. It's up to you guys to adjust it to whatever you want. Then on the knee pads, I've decided to go with health, 22k health, which is perfect for me because it gives me that 100k health, which feels good, and it helps with survivability, especially if you get poisoned and things like that in the PvE content. So 6% again, very nice. 9.596k health, awesome. Extra incoming healing from my chem launcher. All of these things are going to help and go towards making this build even stronger. Let's go over the stats quickly, guys. PvP weapon damage, don't worry about that. Weapon damage 22.7, very, very nice. Headshot 65%. We have got 10% reload speed, 10% accuracy. If you're on console, accuracy is very good for LMGs. All weapon, remember, we're going to be getting way more damage through sadist and any kind of bleeding that the enemy is going to go through, so you're going to be doing way more damage. So you can actually say 40 plus 30, 40, 50, 60, that's 70% LMG damage because they're going to be bleeding at all times. So it just depends. Now I do know that I think there's perfectly wicked in the Thieves' Den, but then again it wouldn't be a skill build hybrid, so it just depends how you guys want to go with this. So go for LMG damage. I like using LMGs for the sustained damage. It's completely up to you. 40% explosive damage, very nice. We're just going to scroll through these things. You guys can have a look if you want to pause it. Not going to dwell too much on it. Now, hazard protection and explosive resistance. For some reason, I don't need to stack any of that because I feel tanky. I can tank so much damage. My chem launcher just out heals the amount of damage that these NPCs can do. Like, it's ridiculous. Like you guys saw in the beginning of the video, it's just, the survivability is so great. So it depends if you guys want to stack more. Obviously, you can put more, maybe in your blue mod slots, stack hazard protection or explosive resistance. Sorry, explosive resistance in the mod slots. It's up to you guys. Go whichever way you want to go. Skill haste 40%, very nice. 14 charges, pretty decent. We have got 180k damage, which is insane. Chem launcher, 130k armor repair from the chem, very, very nice. So guys, let's go over the important part, which is modding your skills. I have gone for damage, and charges. Now I can put about 92% radius, but it just depends how you want to play. I would focus on going for more damage because charges run out very quick, so you want to be putting out as much damage in the short amount of time that your charges are out, because remember, you're going to have that bleed, so you want to be putting out as much damage and then stack as many charges as you can. It depends what you think is better for you. Like if you're in a group that'll be healing you, you don't need to focus too much on the damage part. Maybe you just want to be proccing more of the bleed by putting more charges on it. It's completely up to you, but that's what I've gone for. So definitely go for damage and charges for that. Chem launcher, once again, make sure to put heal mods. That's all you need to go for. I'm healing myself for 130k. So this build is the explosive bleed build, guys. It is insane. It really blew my mind in the last few days when I changed ongoing directive onto it. It really made it so much better. We are tanky. We are dishing out massive amounts of damage through the gun and explosive damage. Our hive is ticking over a whole room of heroic NPCs for 22k. It's crazy strong. You just see them bopping, just dying all over the place. You do massive amounts of damage and you can just heal yourself constantly. It's a very fun build to use, and I really hope you guys do give it a try. So yeah, that's going to be it for this build video for today. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please leave a like if you did. Let me know in the comments what your highest DTE mask you've ever gotten is, and be honest guys, don't lie. And with that being said, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.